Parents first started packing school board meetings hoping to reopen schools. Now the focus is on what they call explicit books. Child experts are also weighing in, saying graphic images and mature subject matter harms young minds.
Imagine your 11-year-old child or grandchild reading this.
A familiar school board scene playing out across the country.
So not only do you have to be talented, long-lasting, multiple, but you have to be okay, a sexy 18-year-old.
An uncomfortable crowd cringing.
Do you think you have to? People.
Wait, this
people don't
is
have a
in
choice.
our schools. Our kids are reading this, and you're going to tell me I can't read it to you because it's inappropriate?
It's being broadcast.
Everybody.
As steamy excerpts are read aloud from books now available in public schools.
Teenage girl getting raped. And this is available for 11-year-olds.
Parents accusing educators of exposing their children to X-rated material.
Protect our children or get out of the way.
I think it's been hidden from a lot of parents. The shutdowns allowed parents to actually see and hear some of the content that was being discussed in classrooms.
That content includes books like Gender Queer, recipient of an American Library Award.
It's a story about my own life, about coming out as queer and non-binary and asexual.
The story contains graphic text and illustrations depicting men having intercourse, children engaged in sexual acts, and the sexual fantasies of the then 14-year-old author.
They want to normalize the abnormal, right? Any idea of sexual boundaries, any sort of idea of sexual right and wrong, morality, they want those knocked down.
Now that this and other examples are being found in more school libraries, outcry is growing louder among parents.
I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand how we have better criteria to select these books.
And politicians vowing to prosecute Texas and South Carolina's Republican governors, demanding investigations into how books like Gender Queer got into school libraries. Virginia's new governor is using executive orders to give parents more power to reclaim control over what their children are taught. There are numerous efforts underway to recall school board members across the country. Some parents even running for political office, like Brandon Michon.
Brandon Michon had the guts to fight for his kids.
Known for his viral rant against school shutdowns.
Figure it out!
And stunned when his kindergartner brought home a book on transgenderism.
Kindergartner is just trying to learn. Adult decisions and adult viewpoints and agendas are pushed down at a young age. That's not right.
All we're trying to do is allow parents to say it's okay for my children to see this.
Resistance is also rising to removing these books. Last month, Virginia Senate Democrats unanimously blocked a bill that would have forced schools to warn parents about sexual content.
It's a serious infringement on First Amendment rights.
Library groups are also speaking out.
We firmly believe in the right of individuals, including young people, to make choices about what they read, and we trust the choices of the school librarians and what they add to their collection.
Members of the LGBTQ community argue it's about social justice and inclusion.
And they can personalize it, how important this book is to them, why it matters.
Still, many experts insist what matters most is the children, warning this content for young audiences can have serious consequences.
It's literally a disaster for developing brains. When they watch something that is so explicit and so stimulating, it actually begins to wear out the pleasure centers in their brain, and it leaves them more vulnerable to addiction and depression.
Among other concerns, the children who view abusive and misogynistic acts will see them as normal and acceptable.
And it begins to shape their experience and perception of what it means to be in relationship with someone else. And then it opens up experiences with things that maybe they would have never been exposed to in such an explicit way at an early age. And it begins to shape their behavior towards other people.
It's clear sexual and gender ideology is quickly becoming another flashpoint in education wars, with children caught in the crossfire.
As the debate plays out, parents are encouraged to foster healthy relationships with their children, talk to them about sexuality early in an age-appropriate way, and let them know it's okay to ask questions. In Loudoun County, Virginia, I'm Tara Mergener, CBN News.